Wild finish with a driver running out of gas, a classic finish, I would say. Controversy between Kyle and Kyle.
One car is up and over, barrel rolling down the back straightaway.
Clear.
And Larson's in the wall. I beat your favorite driver.
And who would that be?
All of them. Goes to Kyle Busch. That's right. Contact between Chastain. Oh, they're in the wall. Chastain and Larson are in the wall.
All the buddies know, and he's always right.
Green flag.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Cameron Simpson and thanks for being with us on this Monday evening. So a lot to get to when it comes to Gateway. And by the way, Gateways became one of my more looked forward to races on our schedule. I mean, there's 30 something races. I mean, you can look at one or two, but Gateway has really become one of those that I personally have came to enjoy thoroughly. I like the fact that it brings some exciting racing, some interesting moments, and more. So I really like Gateway, okay? I'll want to leave it at that. I really like Gateway. And the finish today and the racing all in all really added to that. Strategy can be played at Gateway, and it was played today. Between the first pit stop, when we had RCR and a few other cars go down for that first pit stop, and no one else did. No one else said, you know, maybe it's a good idea to pit. No one else thought that. No one else thought, let's pit, let's see what happens. No. We didn't see another car come down pit road. Interesting, all right, exciting, something different from what we normally are experiencing. So that was surprising, that was shocking. I was a little bit surprised. I didn't know if it was gonna work, and sure enough, Kyle Busch made it work. He ran up front and he had good track position, and now he was on seemingly what is called the winning strategy. It looked like he was gonna drive to victory lane. It looked like he was gonna take that car to the next level. It really did look like that. I say looked like because obviously we know what happened between him and Kyle Larson. We'll get to that in a second. But the strategy lended its way to the end of the race where multiple cars did different things, and then at the end, it looked like Ryan Blaney was finally gonna break his streak, but drivers in the field today found a plenty of ways to lose races, and that didn't discourage Ryan Blaney. He ran out of fuel in unprecedented fashion, ran out of fuel, and that lended its way for Austin Cindric. I don't know how you run out of fuel in a race like this. I don't know as a crew chief how you're not crunching those numbers, and Blaney had a pretty big lead. I don't know how you're not telling Blaney to save. I don't know how you're not doing that. They weren't doing that. They weren't doing that at all. Blaney was told pedal to the metal, go, and in my opinion, that destroyed them. Because his team, and I think his team failed them. Look, they should be calculating the pit stop. They should be reviewing the pit stop. They should know whether or not they filled up the entire car as full as they're needed. They should know all of this, and they didn't. They didn't know any of it. And it was shocking to me that they were not rock solid on their levels, on the way the car is supposed to be, on everything. And frankly, they didn't know a thing about where the car was situated in that situation. So really, I think it was a failure on Ryan Blaney's team, and I don't know if anyone's talking about that, but his team failed him in one of the biggest respects with not being, I mean, look, even Larry McReynolds said, hey, look, you got to make sure your car is filled up. That's on the crew chiefs. That's on the team. That is not on anyone else but the crew chief, and he did not have that car filled to where it needed to be. So that's on him. Look, get it done, get what needs to happen done, and you will be better off. But he did not have it in the right position whatsoever, and because of that, his team at this point in time is looking a little shaky for the playoffs right now. Things can obviously change, but what we're looking at right now, it's not looking too good for the Blaney camp. All right, so that's our Blaney talk. Let's dive into Cindric, who ends up winning this race because of the failure on that last lap to get the car filled with fuel, something so simple, yet apparently for some very difficult. So unable to get the car filled up with fuel. Okay, it happens, I guess. But after that, other disaster, things go wrong, things go south, and they went wrong, and they went south for this team. Look, you got to, for Blaney, I mean, we talked about it. Let's talk about Cindric. Let's just get off of this. Let's talk about Cindric. For Cindric, a great day. Really, really, and I mean it, a really, really great day for Cindric. He was able to propel himself to the front of the field. He was able to run one of his most consistent races of his career, and he was able to be a winner, his second win of the season. He goes from 20th in points to in the playoffs. A big congratulations to him and his team. Look, Cindric is one of those drivers where I don't know if he's got it. I don't know if he has it. I feel good when he wins. I still don't know if he has it, but the fact that they're running well, Penske was fast all week, and he was able to bring Penske to victory lane, that is the important part for him. I'm sure he wasn't thrilled that it was in replace of his teammate, but things happen, and something happened there. I want to quickly talk about Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson before we get into Fox and the broadcast and all that, because it was a disaster today, as it normally is in Gateway for such a good track. Let's just say this when it comes to Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch is losing it, and I am a Kyle Busch fan, and 24 hours removed at first, and I still think Larson... I still think Larson was aggressive, pushing him down and forcing him. I still think that was aggressive by Kyle Larson. But what I do also believe is that Kyle Busch was unnecessarily down the backstretch bumping and banging the 5 car. I don't understand why. He put himself in a vulnerable position. Did the 5 get loose? Yes. Did the 5 wreck? Yes. But Kyle Busch put himself in a vulnerable, unwinning situation, and an unbecoming of a driver of that caliber as well. He should not be dealing with that. He should not even be anywhere close to that situation. So that's kind of where I stand with the whole Kyle Busch incident. Was it Kyle Busch's fault? Yes. In a way, it was 100% Kyle Busch's fault. Was it Kyle Larson's fault? Yeah, I also think so in a way. They both kind of got under there, but this is now almost 3 weeks in a row where we're talking about a Kyle Busch failure, a Kyle Busch problem, and we're not talking about success, because he had the ability to win in today's race, and as we know, that is not going to happen. All right, let's dive into these finishing results. We talked about the front runner. Let's also talk, we're gonna jump around here. Let's talk about that 20 car, because he was gonna win the race. Best car in the field, 100%. He ends up finishing 7th after getting some help from his teammate on the 19. He should have won this race. Engine problem, a shocking engine problem that we're not used to seeing at these racetracks. It truly is shocking. We're not supposed to see these things. So, sucks. It really does suck if you're the 20 team. But anyway, in second place today was Denny Hamlin. A solid, sneaky second place finish. You got to give credit where credit is due. He snuck in and was able to get in a good position in this race. So big credit to him. Brad Keselowski in 3rd. Tyler Reddick finishes 4th in today's race. In 5th, it's Joey Logano. Austin Dillon in 6th. Christopher Bell, we mentioned him in 7th. Carson Hocevar with an 8th place career best finish. Congratulations to him. Justin Haley in 9th. Kyle Larson 10th after that incident with Kyle Busch. In 11th, it's Ty Gibbs. In 12th, it's Ross Chastain. In 13th, it's Chase Elliott. In 14th is Chris Buescher. And in 15th, it's William Byron. All right, talk about Fox briefly while we hit the gas or hit the brakes. Fox was brutal today. Plenty of graphical errors, plenty of other errors today. They are full of problems right now. We cannot be having that as a professional sport with the professional broadcast, with professional everything. Those type of issues cannot happen, and they are happening a lot more than I think anyone would want. So they got to be cleaned up. They have to be cleaned up. I think everyone understands that in NASCAR. I think the crews and the people understand, hey, this needs to change. And I'm hopeful that we will see a change. But for now, it's not in a great spot. In Gateway, I don't know what it is about going there, but they can never and have never delivered. On another note, let's hit the gas or hit the brakes. I am hitting the gas. Gateway is such an exciting, good racetrack. There's action everywhere. It's unique. There's risk involved. You could blow brakes at any point. There was drama. There was a lot of things. This race is very solid, and I am almost 2 weeks away from being at my first NASCAR race, and I'm hoping to hit the gas. We will see. All right, until next time, I'm Cameron Simpson. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being with us. I'll see ya on the next one. Till then, peace out.